might not have heard this show this morning. First of all, express our gratitude to all of those that have been with us this entire season, entire summer, and their being here has added so very, very much to the atmosphere. There was the gentleman who wanted to buy a certain nusach, a certain version of a certain siddur. So he went into a farm store. He said he's looking for this and this siddur, but he wants one that, not a brand new one that just came out to press. He wants one that somebody davened in already. He said they davened in the siddur that somebody davened in, that they put their heart and their soul and their concentration into it. So he said that's the kind of siddur he wants. So our dismedish, because of all of you coming here and adding so much to the atmosphere, it makes it a different dismedish entirely. The Torah makes provisions for someone who enters into matrimony, of something which is a special moment in a person's life, and at the same time it continues that if it doesn't work out, what happens because of life saver creases. So the Torah itself, even though it makes provisions immediately, one word follows the other. He gets married, under a chuppah, a simcha, the most joyous moment of a person's life, and it continues, and it could be, it doesn't work out, so there's a provision, a divorce document has to be made. Even though the Torah made provision for it immediately, and Mahavdol, in other religions, they frown upon it, it cannot be done, they condone. It has to be, before the marriage has to be first annulled, it can be. Yet, it's more commonplace, the incident and the rate of of divorce among Jewish people has always, until recent years, has always been much, much less than any other nation, until recent years. And it's very interesting that the more marriage counselors and all sorts of help and treatment that there is, the more problems there are. There was a number of years ago, some 20 years ago, there was in Israel, there was a doctor's strike. So the Chevra Kadisha, the Burial Society reported that during the doctor's strike, the death rate went way down. So we because of the abuses, he has to write a document off, and they go their separate ways. There was one of the very renowned halachic authorities, Rabbi Fishbain Parshas, who was stricken with a very serious coronary. And the prognosis was very poor, and the Almighty helped him, punished him, that he was restored to good health, and the doctor told me, he said, medically you were dead. Medically you were gone, and you're back again. So he took this to mean that we know that a husband and wife, they part in two ways. One way is with they both are still here. There's a divorce document. Another way is if the husband leaves this world, so that's also she's left without a mate. So that itself separates them. She's free to remarry. So he said, if I medically I wasn't here anymore, it means that my wife, that little short time, that was enough to separate, to dissolve our marriage. He said, I have to remarry my wife again. So he had a whole chuppah with it. Everything that a bride goes through, he had the same thing take place with him. So there was a Mar bring Rabbi Fishbain Ben Zakkai, that a couple came to him, and he said they were married in Israel. They were married for over 10 years, and my son is the custom that and were childless for over 10 years, that living in Israel over 10 years without any children. So some do go their separate ways. So they came before Rabbi Fishbain Parshas. What should they do? He said it's very they'll be torn apart by separating. They'll be torn apart, but this is what they have to do. So he told me, he says, well, when on the date of your wedding, when you're and that joyous day, he said you were brought together with a very joyous feast. Now that you're going to your separate ways, you had a suda. He said, now that you're going your separate ways, he says you'll have to make a feast. Make a feast because you're doing it. It's something that is according to the statutes of the Torah. They made a feast, and the wife saw to it that her husband should drink quite a bit. But he told her, he said, before the divorce, he says, you can take, we're going to go our separate ways, but you can take anything, the most valuables from the house, you can take with you. He said, that's yours, take it. His wife saw to it that he should drink quite a bit. He fell asleep at the feast, and she directed some servants to pick him up and to take him to her father's house with her. When he woke up and he saw where he was, it's strange surroundings, he said, what's this? Where am I? He said, well, how did I come here? She says, well, you told me that from our house I should take, which I consider the dearest, most precious, most valuable thing. There's nothing that's more precious in the house to me than you, so I took you. So he went back to Rabbi Fishbain Parshas again. He said, if a husband and wife care so much for each other, in heaven this has to bring a response. He said, stay married. And a year later they had a child. Chanani ben Akash Oimer, Gott HaKadosh Baruch Hu sagt, es Yisrael, the people who are to mitzvahs, and then I know Chavis Matzikoi,